Oh, wow. I've never seen that before. So, I think I found the problem.
When you turn your car on, does it return the favor?
What are we doing today? Today we're gonna look at the cam timing today and the adventures of Starion. We've got an engine that's just running poorly. Actually, it's been doing this for quite a while. I've been working on it. I've been ignoring it, and it turns out that ignoring it did not fix it. So I've done a bunch of things, checked a whole bunch of stuff, but basically it's running really poorly and it smokes. Those two may not be related, but I kind of think they are. And my thoughts are, well, it might be the valve stems are crappy and leaky. I don't think that would make the engine run so poorly though, but it would make smoke. However, running poorly could be timing, so I'm going to go ahead and look at that. I'm going to pull the valve cover off to do that, and to do that I'm going to pull the OVC pipe to do that. And to do that, well, I've got to take this off and this connector here to the air temperature sensor off my 1986 Mitsubishi Starion. I think that's the only year that they have an air temp sensor, is 86. This car has a few neat things. The 86 year has a few neat things, like it can run the map or the map or both. Anyway, today we're going to try to figure out what's going wrong, and if I have to, I may end up pulling that cylinder head off and putting another one on. So, it could be a long day. First thing I like to do is take out the battery, because you need somewhere to put your beer. That's important. Now that's taken care of, you can get some tools out. Take off this OVCP. First we'll take the connector off. Disconnect base gate over here. This also makes a good place to put tools, like this handy dandy screwdriver. Is that cool or what? Mom got me that. Right there, out the way. Got OVCP. Pull this hose out. Disconnecting wire if you want that valve cover. Close the back. Side. This, oops, I forgot to take the bolts out. Take 2 bolts out so you can flip it upside so that the oil doesn't drip on the engine like you just did. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, wow. I've never seen that before. So, I think I found the problem. Can you see the problem? I can. Now I've got another problem. Where are all those pieces? Oh man. Well, let's see what I can dig out. There's one chunk there. There's another big chunk there. Oh, hey, there's a chunk there. That's a pretty big chunk. What is that? Another big chunk there. Boy. Well, okay. Something new. That's, you know. And the good news is now we know what to fix. It's not a big deal. In fact, I can fix it without pulling the cylinder head off. But let's take a look at those parts. I mean, part. It's one part. It's many pieces now, but that's just one part. And I can definitely tell that that's not. Oh boy, there's a whole lot missing here. There's a whole lot missing here. Can I? Okay, yeah. Right. And it's still going. So, let's look for my, oh, you know, this, yeah. Problem there. Yep, that's a problem. You see down there? You can't see down there. Oh, you can. Yes, you can. Sorry about the horrible camera work. Well, you got a problem there. Yep, that's a problem. So, got a plan. The plan, is this running? Yeah, it's running. So the plan is to pull up the valve train and replace this with this. I will need to pull this one. This motor has the long valve lashes, so I got to pull that off and put that on, and hopefully be good to go. So that's what to do next. And I better plug in the power. And charging. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. Let's see. 12mm volts. I think what I'll try to do is I'll try to tilt it. I'll see if I can get this off and slide the new one on. Because if I don't, this timing chain is going to try to pull this cam up. That's not really what I really kind of prefer it not to do that. If possible. I mean, I could pull the cam, pull all that. But if I can pull this tower off and slide it off, put on a new rocker. That would be the easiest way. Whoa, that one's all the way back up. Look at that. Just noticed that. That's definitely not set right. Alright, well. Probably gonna have to take it off the normal way. I thought I could cheat and pull that off, but I'm just gonna have to pull off the whole valve train. And to do that, I need to disconnect the cam. To disconnect the chain, and to do that I need to pull off this gear, and to do that I need to pull this plug out. So and to do all of that I need to pull this trigger. So got a whole bunch of stuff to do. It's not going to be the quick easy like I had hoped, but whatever doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It'll be fixed and running hopefully within 2 hours. And that's what matters. Cheers. I use a 7/8 inch. That's pretty good. Cam gear right now, we've got the key, roll pin that keys the timing gear all in one piece, and the timing gear sits on a little shelf there. If you don't have that little shelf there, it will fall down a little deeper into the engine. It's kind of harder to get out, so that shelf there is a very handy thing to have. I guess that's why they put it there from the factory. I should clean these off. Okay. Alrighty, so where I was, I pulled the cam gear off. Now the cam shaft is separate from the rest of the engine, and if I pull the tower off, these towers, drivetrain, I'm sorry, the powertrain, rocker assembly. Oh yeah, that's right, there's 2 bolts in the very end. I forgot about those. You can't see them from the front. But come out and we're going to dirty. Alright, we adjusted that so that we got just this one side off. Let's throw this bad boy on. And put this guy back. Oh. Almost forgot the washer. Okay. The springy washer. That got back in there. So if you look carefully, we can see they're not exactly the same. Just to show you the difference, this one on the left here is the long one. The one on the right there is the shorter. This style I believe is on 83 heads. Okay, so this car is an 86, but it has mechanical lifters, which means they have to actually be set. On most of the 86s, they have hydraulic lifters. This car has been modified a little bit, and that's one of the modifications, is putting mechanical lifters on here. I like mechanical lifters better than hydraulic lifters. However, the important thing to know is that you have to adjust the mechanical lifters, and that was where we had the problem. We actually have a broken lifter. What we need to do is we need to set the valve lash. On 1986 or 1983 manual, you'll find that it says set the intake at 0.15 millimeter, which is also .0 or 6/1000 of an inch. So you get a feeler gauge, you put it in there, and you tighten it down until it's at 6/1000 of an inch, and then you adjust your exhaust to 0.25 millimeter or 0.10000 of an inch. Since I'm going to be using American, I'll be using 6/1000 on my intake and 0.10000 on my exhaust side lashers. So that's what we're going to get to in a minute. I got to find my feeler gauge. Alright, so here, hopefully you can read this in the manual. Here is the order. This side is the front, this is the back. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 that you set the valve lash. And the valve lash for number 1 is A and A, and you set that at number 1, top dead center. And there are your valve lash settings. Okay, so after you do A, then you rotate the engine so 180 degrees, so that, or I guess it's 360 degrees, so that number 4 is at compression stroke, and then you can do B's, all the B's. So exhaust side, intake side, front, back. Alright, so here we go. I've got the two sizes I need, 0.10000 and 0.006, or 0.150. And we're working on the exhaust side, so we're going to go with 0.1. Oh, also, if you have jet valves, this is a non-jet valve head. If you had jet valves, and these are also hot settings. The engine's supposed to be hot, the engine's not very hot, so this will be close enough for now, and then we can get the engine hot and check them again. And let's see if I can look at that order. So, we just got to remember this. So far, the only tool I've used is 12 millimeter. 12 millimeter nut here, 12 millimeter nuts here, 12 millimeter nut here, and 12 millimeter nuts hold the valve cover on. So, really, you just need a screwdriver and a 12 volt or 12 millimeter wrench to do all this, and that's all you need. Pretty cool. And some pliers to squeeze that. And also the throttle cable here is a 12 millimeter. So, it looks like it's set close enough. Might be a little tight on a couple, might be a little loose on a couple. Doesn't matter for now if they're close enough, and after I warm up the engine, well, then we'll look at it again. So, put her back together now. And you don't need many tools. You need a 12mm, you need a gauge to measure, and a screwdriver. And we're set. So that wasn't so bad, was it? Now I guess we gotta clean the mess up. Put tools away. Oh, there was another tool. I use 7/8 because I don't know the metric size. Need this to take off the crank pulley, turn the cam pulley, and the crank